beginning of the second part of the largest redevelopment program for a stadium in the state of Texas. And to begin our program, our brief program today, I present the Chairman of the Board of Regents at Texas A&M University System, Phil Adams.
Thank you, Chancellor. Howdy.
Howdy.
And good morning. What a wonderful, exciting, historic Sabbath. Yes, what a wonderful Sunday morning. I promise I'm not going to preach. This is such an exciting time in our history, and on behalf of the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System, we want you to know that it's been a great privilege and a great honor for us to have had the opportunity to be involved in a small way in this project. It's so exciting when we think about all the great memories that we've shared together over the years. We look back, now we look forward to a new day, a new beginning at our wonderful redeveloped Kyle Field. We anticipate eagerly this next chapter in our lives as Aggies. We can't, it's hard to imagine when we think back about the countless times that we have walked through these gates into our beloved Kyle Field to attend games, to stand with our Aggie families, cheer our team, and to share in all the traditions that have made Texas A&M continue to make us great. We only hope that we have the opportunity to walk through those gates together many, many more times. We anticipate with much excitement and eagerness the new redeveloped Kyle Field this coming fall, September 2015. At this time, I want to thank the Board of Regents for their support in this project, this incredible redevelopment of what will be the premier college football stadium in all of America. I want to thank Chancellor Sharp for his unbelievable leadership. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy all the way, as we all know, but thanks to John Sharp and his system leadership, Philip Ray, and so many, Mark Hussey and the leadership at Texas A&M. And let me say a very special thank you to the 12th Man Foundation. Their leadership and their commitment throughout has really been unbelievable. And I have seen so many of the 12th Man Foundation leaders here today, and you could just, it'd take an hour to mention everybody, but thank you, Skip Wagner, Sam Torn, Bob McLaren, so many of you. It's just amazing. A resounding thank you to you and to all the big donors, all of you donors who have made this possible. It's a wonderful thing. In just a few minutes, the west side of Kyle Field is going to be tumbling down, and so we just have to be proud for what's coming this fall, September of 2015. Can't wait for us all to be together in the new Kyle Field. Thank you very, very, very much. God bless you. Gig 'em.
Thank you, Chairman Adams. We also have some other regents here. We'd like to present them to you. The Vice Chairman of the Board of Regents, Cliff Thomas. Dr. Thomas, where are you? Right here. John White from Houston, member of the Board of Regents, right here. Elaine Mendoza from San Antonio, right over here. Charles Swartz from Houston, back in the back. And Jim Swartner from Swartner. Where's Swartner? From Swartner. Right here. And we also have former Regent Jim Wilson. Jim, who is a huge athletic supporter. That didn't sound right. Okay, that's good. Over in this corner, we have a group of legislators that are Aggies, and we're proud to have them here. We have Trent Ashby, John Ray, Ryan Ginn, Bruce Slover, Bill Flores is here represented by James Edge, John Whitmire, who is a wannabe Aggie. He's so close. We're going to let him in, we think. And a big supporter of ours, John Rainey and Molly White, Representative Bohock and Representative Doc Anderson are also here. Thank you guys for everything that you do to help Texas. And a big thank you to the 12th man. Let me tell you about the 12th man. The records that were set last year and the year before in terms of fundraising philanthropically by the whole A&M family largely was due to what happened with the 12th man. It is a record that was produced last year, $800-something million. It probably will be a long time in being broken. But they didn't stop there. Let me tell you something else. You know, we've been talking about this being a $450 million renovation, which is the largest redevelopment ever to occur anywhere in the United States in the college sports. But they didn't stop there. They decided that the seatbacks ought to have higher quality, that we ought to have some restaurants on this side, that we ought to have better finishes. And I'm here to tell you today that the 12th man went beyond 450, added $35 million to it, and this is a $485 million project. Sam Torn and your folks, and Skip, thank you very much for what you guys have done. So bigger just got bigger again. So thank you for everything that they have done. The people here from the 12th man represent the families that have made some of the largest sacrifices in terms of putting money and time and talent into this stadium, and we will, Aggies forever will be grateful for this. I look at this, every one of us here will remember this until they put us in the ground. The closest I can remember to this was when the first wrecking ball hit Guyan Hall, which stood where Rudder Tower was. And the reason I remember that and link it to this is the office of C.K. Estes, who was the voice of Kyle Field back when I was in school. You remember that old Yankee voice, "Good afternoon, football fans. Welcome to Kyle Field, home of the fighting Texas Aggies." And then he got fired because he didn't turn the mic off and said something he shouldn't have said right after that. But that pales in comparison as to what's going to happen here. You will hear some minor explosions at the beginning. The reason for that is scare birds and stuff like that that are in the stadium and get them out. And then you'll see the elevator shaft fall toward Welborn Road. I am told it will not hit Welborn Road. Philip, and then the press box will fall back this way, and then it'll come down. And let me tell you something. Our partners in this, Manhattan Bond, they are the best in the world. They hadn't been behind a day in the whole process. There were some folks that were saying, "Oh my God, it's not possible to build this thing the way they did." Manhattan Bond, Philip Ray, Russ Wallace, and their folks, Santee, and these guys are the best. We've got the best partners, and maybe it's because they're also Aggies and they've got a little pride, school pride involved in this too. But this has been a marvelous project. This implosion is occurring about 7 days earlier. It was supposed to occur on the 28th. It's occurring on the 21st, and so we've got an extra week. This will be ready for football, and it will be the best sports venue that exists anywhere in the United States, period. And it's going to be here in College Station. And we know that future football programs will match your commitment, your sacrifice, and your support, and your excellence that all of you expect, and we know that's going to be there as well too. And so we got 10 minutes. You're probably thinking, we're going to go up here and plunge this. I could walk over there and blow that thing up right now, right? Yeah. Now, I'd like to call on President Mark Hussey to come up here. the chairman of the board, Phil Adams, to come up here, the vice chairman of the board, Cliff Thomas, to come up here, and Sam Torn to come up here in a few minutes, maybe right now, and stand behind this, and we're going to take some pictures before you actually pull that thing. We also have some folks here from A&M. Karen Watson, the provost, is here somewhere. Karen's right back there. Glenn Lane, who's the vice president of research, is here. Brett Gerard, who's the CEO of the Health Science Center, is here. And we need to have they tell me they need to have a quick picture of this.